What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of Beyond the Gates. This was another great episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, One of the things I love about this show that's going on is I love how current it is. It make how real it is because when they mention certain things and they do things, it makes this feel very real, very different from the other shows. Like how they mention Facebook and Instagram, I was shocked. I was totally shocked. I was not expecting them to mention those platforms. And the reason being is because over the years, other daytime shows would mention social media platforms, but they would come up with different names. Like they would say Face Place or Instaface or you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like they would come up with some little name instead of mentioning the real social media app. So I appreciate that this show is doing that. You know what I'm saying? I really do love it. It adds a lot of realism to it. Like, it's just it's relatable. Um I understand that Vernon didn't want Danny to come to the press conference. He wanted her to lay low, and I get why. But I feel like the way that press conference was going, it really wouldn't have mattered if she showed up or not. Because even the press were like, why Danny not here? You know what I'm saying? So she needed to be there. Because it makes it look a bit off and suspicious for her not to be there. And the press was not buying what Vernon was selling, but Vernon is an old school pro. Like I love the way he kept cutting off that reporter every time she tried to ask a question. He was like, "Oh, how your new baby doing?" That's some old school PR right there. That is some old school shit right there. That is straight up media trained, and I loved it. But the press, they weren't here for it. Like the press were not to be swayed. Like they knew Vernon was spinning the bullshit. They knew it and they weren't buying it. They were not buying what he was selling at all. Because they seen that video. Once they see had that live stream not happen, they may have bought it. Especially if it was like a rumor going around town or something like that. They probably would have bought what he was selling. But since they saw that live video, there wasn't no real spinning. Like you couldn't really spin it. Um So, the press was just straight up on them. But I love how Vernon and Anita, especially Anita, like Anita stepped up like a matriarch. And you could tell Anita runs that family with a very iron fist. Like she does not play. Anita don't play them games. Like she was speaking up for the family and for Danny's actions and stuff like that. And she put all that shit on Bill. She put the whole blame on Bill. The whole kit and caboodle she blamed him for. But I love that Danny showed up and she spoke up and she said her piece. I think that was real and I feel like it was needed. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as her parents felt she should have just stayed at home and let this die down or whatever, laid low, she needed to be there. She really did. And of course, Bill bring his little raggedy tail ass up in there. Him and Haley, and I agree with the Duprees. Like here they come up in here still in their wedding attire, didn't even bother to change. I'm like, what are y'all even doing here? I really don't see why Bill felt the need to come. Talking about, oh, I want to make sure that Danny don't get away with it, and oh please, I can see right through Bill, right through him. He faker than a goddamn $2 bill. I see right through that fool. Faker than pleather. Faker than faux fur. See right through him. Bill liked the drama. You know what I'm saying? Like he keeps himself attached to it. He really does. And I'm gonna get more on that later, but Vernon is over it at this point. Vernon is so sick of the beef between him and Danny. Like he tired of it. He want them to just cease fire, let them both move on separately. Bill, you got your life. Danny got her life. Bill is not having it because Bill liked the drama. So Bill basically was like, no, I ain't ceasing fire. I'm not calling no truce. I ain't this, that, and the third. Because he like it. He feeds off of this kind of mess. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never going to let this go. Never gonna let it go. Of course, he had to show up to the press conference and have his say and blame everything on Danny. And oh, she not gonna keep bullying my wife. Oh, please, your wife is not being bullied. And what pisses me off is that Bill keep trying to make Haley accepted in that community. She's never going to be accepted. When will he learn? So you might as well stop trying. Like, he really wants her to be accepted so bad. I was actually shocked by Danny. Like, when Danny told Vernon to call the cops, like, she want to take responsibility to call 911. I said, what? I was surprised by that because I was like, baby girl, you do realize you can go to jail, right? It's like, you sure? But when that cop showed up, Vernon handled that. Oh, Vernon handled it perfectly. Vernon was like, oh, I will let the chief of police know how well you treated us and all this, that, and the third, because I do play golf with him. He's a good friend. I said, well, damn. Go ahead, Vernon, and flex some muscle. Because y'all know Jacob Daddy is the chief, Chief Hawthorne. He's the chief of police. So I ain't mad at Vernon. Vernon handled that. Of course, Bill was pissed. Bill was not pleased about that. He was like, oh, hell no. Danny gonna get away with this shit? Yeah. As she should. Absolutely. Why shouldn't she? Hell yeah, Danny should walk away from this scot-free. Like Vernon said, nobody was hurt. And nobody was. So calm the hell down and shut your mouth. Bill is a narcissistic ass. But you know what? I hope Danny really does listen to Nicole and go get some professional help. I really do hope she do. I hope she does. I hope she seeks some type of therapy. Because that kind of behavior, I mean, I'm all for her, threatening Bill, going after Bill. But you can't be doing it in such a public manner. Especially being a Dupree. Like, you are a public figure. You got to be more low-key than that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smarter than that. And that's what I think pissed Anita and Vernon off even more because of their family lineage and their name and the fact that they're public figures and you stooped so low, like you went there, especially publicly like that. Oh, no. You don't do that. You make your moves in silence. You don't do that like that. That's reckless. You know what I'm saying? Now look what's going on. Got to hold press conferences. Got to put on a whole dog and pony show. Like, nah. So I hope she listened to Nicole on that one. I really do. Martin is starting to worry me because the way he keeps sticking up for Danny and her violence, you know what I'm saying? Keeps sticking up for it, talking about, oh, I could see why somebody would, be pushed into a rage like that and stuff. Like, in the way Anita and Vernon keep looking at each other and looking at him, it's definitely telling me that he's speaking from experience. The way he keeps sticking up for Danny and his violence. He's speaking from experience, like he did something. And I think that's what Bill is holding over them. But I'm looking at him like, are you sure you blocked it out? Because the way he keep talking, it's like, do you actually remember what you did? Or did you just block it out your mind? But if he blocked it out his mind, why would he be advocating for it? Like, why would he keep standing up for it? And then when Smitty keeps asking him about his comments, he shrugs it off. Because even Smitty was taken aback by it, by his stance. But he just shrugged it off like it's nothing. And I'm like, does he really remember? I don't know. It's kind of hard to read Martin. Like, I'm curious about him. And how much he actually knows what happened. Because it sounded like he went into a fit of rage at one point and did something. Did something reckless that the Duprees had to cover up. Or at least Vernon and Anita had to cover up, and the rest of the family more than likely don't know. But I want to know, do Ted and Nicole even know what's going on? Like, do they know about what happened back in the day? Or were they just not told? Because that could be possible too. Like, Vernon and Anita took care of it themselves and never bothered to tell Ted and Nicole. Like, they're completely in the dark on this. I don't know. But I knew I was correct about Smitty and Martin, though, and their marriage. Because Smitty even admitted that he missed being back in the field. Like, he missed covering news, breaking stories and stuff like this. Like, what happened at the country club. He missed journalism. Like, he missed being a reporter. He misses it. And when he even talked to Martin about that, Martin was like, oh, you should, just be taking care of the kids, basically. Be at home taking care of the kids. And I could tell by the way Smitty was looking, he know Martin he's not hearing him. Martin is not supportive of him going back to work. And Smitty, I'm going to need for him to start speaking up. Because at the end of the day, it's obvious that Smitty missed working. He missed his career. I mean, why not go back to his career? The kids are damn near grown. I mean, they're teenagers. I mean, what does Martin expect Smitty to do once they're grown? Continue to walk around the house, cleaning up, dusting? Like, what? He got to have a life. Got to follow his dreams. And I hate that Martin doesn't seem, open to it. He doesn't seem supportive. And I feel like that's definitely going to continue to be an issue in their marriage. And not only that, but I feel like whatever Martin did in the past is also going to be an issue in their marriage. And I don't like that because I like Smitty and Martin together. But it's going to be some drama now. I'm here for the drama part. But it's going to be some drama. And it's brewing. You can see it brewing. Moving on from that, though. Haley, you know what? A part of me feel like with her, I feel like there's more to Haley. I don't know. Something telling me she playing the long game here. I wouldn't be surprised if she's some type of gold digger. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was her plan all along, to seduce Bill, get him away from Danny, marry him, try to get some money out of him or something. Live the luxurious life. I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't put it past her because something tell me she ain't so innocent. She not so afraid of Danny. She keep walking around like she's so shook. I don't feel like she is that shook. I wouldn't trust her at all. But I do feel like she's a damn fool for marrying Bill of all people, because if you see what that man done did to his wife for 30 years, what makes you think you're so safe? Like, he won't do the same to you. Like, he would never cheat on you. And I wonder if Bill even had a prenup with this girl. Because if he didn't, he's a damn fool. Like, for a smart person, he's a damn fool for not getting no prenup. Because I ain't hear no talk of a prenup. Like, you better have got one. But I feel like their marriage ain't going to last long. If it continues the way it does, it's not going to last long. Because that's not a way to get married. Like, their whole wedding and their whole wedding night has been pretty much a bad omen to what's to come of their marriage. I really do. And it seems like Haley requires a lot of Bill's attention and time. But Bill's so stuck on the Duprees. And I feel like Bill is never going to put Haley first. Like, he had no reason to go to that press conference. I mean, you have reporters there, cameras there. He could have watched that thing from his phone. He didn't need to go. He made an excuse to go. Oh, I need to make sure Danny pay. You didn't have to go to do that. You could have gotten on the phone, called the cops, and pressed charges if you really wanted to. Could have filed a report right from your phone, right from home. You did not have to go there. I feel like with Bill, he loves being in the Dupree's orbit. He needs the Dupree's. And he know it. He needs the drama. He needs all of it. He feeds off of it. He got an ego problem. A narcissist like him, they thrive off this type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to be a thorn in the Dupree side. And I feel like at some point it's going to get tiring for Haley. Because even, she was even pouting about him taking a phone call for work. She was mad about that. And it was so funny because here she is spending her wedding night sitting on the couch, and look where Danny's spending her wedding night. I mean, not even her wedding night. I'm sorry, I can't even say her wedding night, but shit, she's spending her night as if it is her wedding night. You know what I'm saying? She's spending it with Andre, getting her son. I love it. I love the love in the afternoon. I love it. The way she dropped that coat, she was just naked up under there. I said, oh, well, damn, Danny. Her and Andre are fucking hot. Let me tell you that right now. They are hot. They look so freaking good together. Would I ever want him and Danny in a relationship? Probably not. No. As a fling, I think they look good as shit together. As a fling. But on paper, as boyfriend, girlfriend, eventually husband and wife, no. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Nope. And I'm glad Danny was talking about, getting all that shit under control, like her attitude, her anger and stuff, getting it under control. Because Andre basically was telling her, like, listen, you need to, handle that. Because Andre, he danger. He a little crazy. But, you know, and I'm pretty sure he likes Danny's little wild side, but she needs to get that wild side under control, though, because it's scary wild. You know what I'm saying? It might be a little too crazy for Andre. Because at some point, if she keep doing that, I don't see him, you know, continuing to mess with her. Because he know if she could do it to Bill, it ain't going to end nicely for him. You know what I'm saying? But I felt bad for Danny when she was having those flashbacks of her and Bill when they were together and stuff like that. It was like a completely different Bill. He was a little bit unrecognizable. Like the way he was looking at Danny, the way he was loving on Danny. I was like, this ain't the Bill I've been seeing. What the hell changed in him to make him be so cutthroat towards her? But I think at some point, deep down, I think Danny resents Bill because Bill definitely, you know, did not support her dreams. You know, he definitely downplayed it. All he wanted her to do was be at home, and it sounded like Smitty and Martin. You know what I'm saying? In a way, he wants Smitty to be at home same way, you know, Bill wanted Danny to be at home raising the kids. That's it. Be a wife, be a mother. That's it. Like, people got bigger dreams than that. And I believe Danny, if she doesn't resent him now, she will. She gonna resent him. That's why she lives vicariously through Chelsea. That's why she's so controlling when it comes to Chelsea's career, because she wants Chelsea to have the career that she didn't get to have. And I feel like a big part of Chelsea feels guilty. You know what I'm saying? It's not just because of what's going on between her parents. I think she feels like her mom sacrificed her career, her wants, her needs, her dreams, all to raise her kids. And, you know, Chelsea probably feel like this is my way to honor her and pay her back for that. Nope. That's why I feel like Chelsea need to branch off and do her thing her way. Her mother had her time. She gave it up for Bill. That's on her. That's something Danny needs to figure out and reconcile with. And that's why I really hope she takes, you know, Nicole up on going to therapy, because she gonna need it. I think she definitely needs that. She needs to heal. She needs to move on from Bill ass once and for all, even though that probably would never happen, but she need to, because all of that ain't healthy. Like, I'm just saying. Moving on from that, Nurse Shenise is messy. Let me tell you, that girl is messy, and I love it. Shenise is messy as hell. Like, the way she was putting it out there that Ashley is lucky because Andre and Derek are both great and they're this, they're that. I was like, now, Shenise, why you gotta say all of that? Shenise didn't have to say all of that. I can't believe the chick, Alex, the pregnant chick. So she named the baby after Ashley and Andre. I know that pissed Derek off even more, because Derek was definitely marking his territory with Ashley. Like, definitely. Dude was over there busting slob. The way he was looking at Andre and stuff, he was definitely letting Andre know, like, nah, this is mine. I'm like, Derek, go sit down. Go sit down, Derek. But I think deep down, Derek already know what's going on. Like, he could see it. He could definitely see it. Like, I understand Ashley is in love with Derek or whatever. Like, she loved Derek, but I think eventually she gonna give in to Andre. Like, his flirtatious ways and stuff, she definitely gonna give in. Ain't no way in the world she gonna keep resisting. Ain't no way. And Shenise was continuously being, you know, messy by bringing up the fact that Andre was connected to Ted and Nicole at the hospital, so naturally he's gonna be at the hospital even more. Shenise know what the hell she be doing. Shenise know exactly what she doing. I'm like, damn, you gotta blow up the spot. But I really want Ashley to read the room with Derek, because when they went back to her place and stuff, like, she was really like about to give it to old boy, and he decided to leave. Even when she was undressing and stuff, like, she was inviting him in. He was like, nah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's a lot of cracks in that relationship. So anyway, moving on from that. Honestly, I don't think Chelsea should give up social media. I know she was talking about, unplugging and stuff like that. I don't think she should give up social media. She needs to stop beating herself up about that live stream and about it going viral. That's not her fault. You know what I'm saying? That's not her fault. I think she live streamed the wedding, of course, to bring views to her Instagram, bring in more followers. And she knew her father was going to get a lot of negativity. She knew that. But obviously, she didn't mean to record what Danny was doing. She didn't mean to record that. But she needs to stop beating herself up about it. What's done is done. The family came together. They handled it. So she just need to be more careful next time with that live streaming. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Peace.